Greetings
And welcome.
Welcome
to Papa's house.
Today is an exciting day in the history of this channel. It's a seasonal anime first impression. Without much further ado, let's get right in. I let her control my heavy object, if you know what I mean. JC Stuff be like, just gonna kick off our brand new show with a random bit of female objectification. This is just the random bits of fan service here and there. Now in hindsight, JC Stuff is looking out for us, alright? They knew that episode 1 exposition is gonna be boring, so they give us some treats to keep us interested. But I still don't really get the story. The show seems to be wavering between genres and not really sure which one to go with. Sometimes they're action and mecha and the show is intense as fuck. But let's forget about that because we gotta keep our audience interested. Our man Quenther goes to Alaska to study these objects, which are basically weapons controlled from far away or something. And the only thing I can comment on our main character Quenther is that this guy has balls. This girl's about to suffocate to death, boobs, takes down an entire squad by himself, falls down a ledge, gotta cop a feel first, and if for nothing else, it is worth watching this show for my homie Quenther. What the fuck is this? If the entire plot of Attack on Titan happened in a middle school, and instead of people, the Titans eat their lunches, this would be the show. Production IG, what are you playing at, man? Instead of this, maybe make the second season already? Okay, actually, hang on to that thought. This is absolutely hilarious if you actually watch the show. And I'll give it some bonus score for that parody OP. Koabon is a horror 3-minute short. The scariest part for me was definitely reading the My Anime List description. The entire episode had me on the edge of my seat, and it is definitely something for you to experience if you enjoy horror films in the anime form. Up next on the horror shorts lineup, we have Kagewani. A lot of people would dismiss this show purely because of how it looks. I know because I did as well. But something that this show thrives on is its atmosphere and sound design, which builds a creepy and ominous ambience that is rarely achieved in anime. Give it a shot. An episode's only 8 minutes long. Osomatsu-san is the revival of an old franchise. And what better way to do it than to have the director and series composition from Gintama to handle it. The result is an absolutely hilarious 20 minutes of pure entertainment with references and jokes out of nowhere. And thus we basically get to watch Gintama twice a week. And my guess is that not many people watch this show purely for the way it looks. And trust me, give it a go. Guys, this is my shit. It's so beautifully animated and overall it just feels really artistic. Our main character meets a girl who is interested in bones. And oh my god, she's an older woman as seen first time in this entire season. I let her investigate my bones if you know what I'm saying. I'd say this is a worthwhile show this season. Alright look, I don't really feel like talking about Lance and lollies at first, but after watching the first episode, I gotta make a comment or two, okay? This show is weird. I can't help but to think that this show was pandered to the lollicons. Yeah, okay, I get they're kind of cute, okay? Okay, they're fucking cute, but our main character has what is called a white knight syndrome. No, I'm not joking, this is an actual thing. His body moves on its own and becomes really knight-like. This could be cringy for some people. Okay, the main character's like 13, and this girl's like 8. The show's quite colorful. I really hope this show doesn't turn out like trash, but I get the feeling that it will. I would like to explain the plot of this show, but it's self-evident in the title. It's a story in which I was kidnapped by a young lady's school to be a sample of the common people. I read the manga and I've got to say, the Maid is the best thing I've seen in this series so far. So maybe I don't care about the tsundere, the lolly, or the big boobs, but the Maid is a different story. The thighs, definitely the thighs. I can see the studio's budget went into the thighs, and I thank the studio for that. I think something's wrong with that lineup here. God damn show, stop flashing muscular men at me. I'm just trying to watch some ecchi anime in peace, dude. Okay guys, like, I joke about how Yuri ecchi anime is pretty much in my taste, but when Valkyrie Drive comes out, which basically ticked all my boxes for good fat material, I get really confused. On one hand, this is basically objectifying women. No, literally, they turn into weapons. And I just think that in this day and age, maybe we can move on from the constant wave of female objectification in anime and not to praise it regardless of the story and the setting. Oh, who am I kidding? Guys, anime is fucking saved. How fucking glorious is this? The keyword of the show would be Yuri, ecchi, fantasy, uncensored. You should probably be aroused just by hearing that. And guys, who cares if the animation isn't that great? There's boobs. Boobs! We did it, guys, we did it. Madhouse performed as expected here adapting the manga. The action, if any, was extremely well done. Unless you're an idiot, you would be watching this right now. Oh boy, here comes the seasonal fantasy action harem light novel adaptations, featuring generic male lead and your tsundere Redhaired Girl. This setting is so overdone that you probably didn't even realize that these two characters are from different shows altogether airing on the same season on the same day. I mean, the comparisons are clear. From episode 1, they're both set in a school, the main girl is from the nobility, and the main character walks in on the girl changing.
Time to do.
The main character uses swords and so does the girl. But oh wait, the girl uses fiery powers. Okay, let me separate two for the moment being. I've actually read a bit of the manga for Rakudai, as well as the light novel. And so far, the anime has been very faithful to the source material. And I think that this show is actually trying to be different by starting off with a bland and generic setting. On the other hand, Asterix Wars, well, I don't really know myself since I have yet to read anything about it, but it also looks promising. It could be interesting to watch both shows as they are airing to see how they differ from each other. I guess they're just new titles to add to my ever-growing list of generic light novel harem adaptations. Absolute Rakudai Trinity Stratos Kusen Asterix Series Seiken Skando Fafnir. And while we're at it, let's throw in the other harem light novel ecchi show with the Redhaired Girl, the second season of Shinmai Mount Testament. My opinion of this show stands the same as the last season. I suggest that you go watch the TV series for the story and then come back when the Blu-ray has been released and watch the real parts. And while we're at it, let's throw in the other harem light novel show with that. Oh wait, her hair is orange. Taimado Gakuen 35 Shiken Shotai, or just Anti-Magic Academy, is about a platoon of really shitty inquisitors. But our main character is good with a sword and can stop time to slice apart bullets. It just so happens that the entire squad is full of girls. And by now this genre is so overly saturated that we can observe these shows trying to put a new spin on things. Take the walking into a girl changing trope. Asterix War had the I explained it to her and she understands me kind of twist. Rakudai's main character took off his clothes as well. Anti-Magic Academy's main character had tears in his eyes, and Shinmai, well, they just rolled with it. That's pretty much it for this video here. I hope you enjoyed it. If I had to pick which show that I'm most excited about, it would have to be either Rakudai or Showman Sample. Alright, I don't know what else to say. I'll see you next time.